tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Sedat Arif. I'm born in a country called North Macedonia. My father is Turkish, my mother is Albanian. We came here from North Macedonia, former Yugoslavia, in the early 90s. Right now I'm married, have two children, daughter Iman and son Issa. And I'm right now the deputy mayor responsible for the labor market and social welfare questions in the city of Malmö.
Yeah, you're responsible for the labor market and social welfare. What does this title, what does the position entail for you?
The position means that we're helping citizens of Malmö to actually get their own income, because getting an income is not about an economical question. It's about feeling good, feeling that you're part of the society, but actually also freedom, because you get the freedom to buy what you want for yourself, but also freedom to buy whatever you want for your kids, but mainly to get an own apartment, because in Sweden it's really hard to get an housing or apartment without having an income. So therefore it's really important for us to give that support to the citizens of Malmö that are unemployed.
Okay, how long have you held this position?
This position I've held since 2017, and it seems like a long time, but the time has flown, and I just feel like I'm not done yet.
Yeah, prior to the last elections, we saw some statistics of increased employment within the last couple of maybe 3 years. Were these successes, how were you able to achieve the successes? What did you put in place? And can you give us the detail about the statistics, this increase in statistics in employment?
I think the first part was changing on how we saw on people that were unemployed. I felt like we need to see that every person, every individual can give something back and become active as an unemployed person. And we changed the rules that when you come and apply for social welfare here in Malmö Stad, you need to within 14 days have an own individual plan on how to get an own income. Of course, on the other side, we as a city of Malmö, together with Arbetsförmedlingen, will give you the support that you need to get an own job. And of course, after doing that, we needed to see also how we can cooperate in a bigger extent with Arbetsförmedlingen, which is the labor market institution and responsible from the state. And also look outside our box and see what cooperations we could create with companies in Malmö, because we saw that there was a huge demand for people to be employed within hotel, restaurant, solar panel montörer, as they say in Swedish. So we saw that there was a huge demand, but we had to educate the people to take those jobs that were needed to be where they needed to be employed.
Okay, but what has been the challenge so far?
The challenges, to be honest, has been the national politics, because we don't get long conditions. It was the Social Democrats, but while the Social Democrats were in power, the Moderaternas and SD budgets was approved. So the Social Democrats ruled a while on a budget that was decided by Moderaterna and SD. And this created problems for us in the municipality of Malmö. At the same time, now we have another government that doesn't give us as municipalities long-term conditions, so we could do plans for 4 years or 5 years. But the conditions change from year to year, and it's really hard for the municipality to do any long-term planning.
Malmö is an immigrant city where almost 50% of the population is immigrant, if I'm correct.
Yeah, almost.
Yes. These immigrants come with a lot of problems. Like, they're going to face a lot of problems, like the segregation in the job market, and also language. And some of them come with degrees. They've done a lot in their countries. How are you able to fashion out a way to put them in the right, like putting the square pegs in square holes?
Yeah.
Because there's, for instance, I see a lot of taxi drivers. Some of them come with, certificates from their countries, but then they're left to do taxi driving.
Yeah. This is a huge challenge for Sweden. First of all, let me start from the point of view of where the municipality can do something. And from that point of view, that's why I say, yes, we should expect a lot from people that come to Sweden, but we should also meet up with the resources to give them the right support so they can get employed in Sweden. Because because sometimes I felt that we only feel sorry about people that come to Sweden, but my vision is, and what I think is, that these are really strong people that can give back a lot to our society. So that's why we need to have expectations on them that come to Sweden. But on the other hand, we need to meet up with support on language, courses, and maybe if they have other problems coming from war-torn countries, we need to meet up and give them support. It could be Region Skåne within the health. It could be PTSD center that we've had in Malmö. It could be some other thing, but give them the right support, because my thinking is that with right support, everyone can succeed. When it comes to the other part, with people coming to Sweden with degrees, I had the same problem because my wife came with 2 degrees from her home country, but it took a lot of years for her to validate. So we have a problem when it comes in Sweden when it comes to these questions, and this is something what I expect that the national government should do more and more. It's the new government right now with the Moderaterna, but also my own party should do more so we can keep the people that have actually degrees from other countries, because we see that in a few years we will have a shortage of people that can work within a few areas, very much of the areas within the welfare system, in private companies. So we need to do the best we can to validate their education, and we are not there yet as a country in Sweden.
The Malmo store itself employs, like you said before, 26,000 people. Is it 23,000?
26,000.
26,000 people. How many of these are immigrants?
Malmo has approximately 48% people with foreign background. Almost 44% are with foreign background that are employed within our organization. But we have challenges when it comes to the higher levels, when it comes to people that are bosses, chiefs in different organizations within the municipality. But this is something that we know because we get statistics, we follow it every year, and we actually have given the Human Resources Department to look on what they can do to raise that number of chiefs, bosses, call them what you want, on higher levels in Malmö Stad, so it reflects the society in Malmö as it is. And there we have a challenge. It doesn't take... sometimes we want fast results, but sometimes it takes time, and we need to have the patience, but still keep working on this question. It's important.
But can you give us a clear picture of the data statistics of this number? I mean, we don't know exactly, but we just know that there's a long gap between the immigrants population working in there.
48% of the citizens of Malmö are approximately with foreign background. Almost 21% of the bosses and chiefs within the municipality are with foreign background. So this is a number that we want to raise so it actually reflects how the city is built.
Okay. Well, let's delve a bit into the Social Democrats in this city. After the elections, you were not able, a lot of people felt that you were supposed to, be in a coalition with the Venstre party, the Venstre party, Miljöpartiet party, the red-green coalition. But this didn't happen.
Yes, there was discussions with the Vänsterpartiet on collaborating, but unfortunately in the negotiations that we had, we couldn't reach an agreement, and we had different views on how to solve the problem with the financial problem, because we see that the costs within the municipality are going up, the costs for our citizens of Malmö are going up, and we couldn't get to an agreement on how to solve that problem. So unfortunately, we didn't have a cooperation for this time, so we chose to collaborate with Miljöpartiet and Liberalerna for this time around.
So how's it going with this coalition?
Right now it's going really good, and to be honest, I'm really happy that we cooperate with Liberalerna, because they have, and Miljöpartiet also, to be honest, because they have values that are in accordance to the social democratic values, that we never will accept any cooperation with the Swedish Democrats. and this is really important. Those are the red lines that we never want to pass. And unfortunately, the situation is not the same on national level.
Yeah, on
for some
national level.
parties.
So you think they're telling the truth that they will never, they are not the same with the national level liberal that is in the Richtag.
Yeah, of course. I respect them. We know them. We know what values they have here in Malmo. And if there is a situation, if we come to a situation when that would not any longer apply, then
Change guards.
we need to discuss the cooperation. But
Okay.
right now, I feel that we have a rather good cooperation with Miljöpartiet and Liberalerna. Yes.
Right now, we're having several other parties that are having the interest of the immigrants.
Yes.
The Nyanse, the Venstre Party. I mean, is this in any way going to affect the chances of the Social Democrats in the coming years?
I don't know if it will affect us in the coming years, but it affected us in this latest election because I don't believe in creating parties just for foreigners. I think we that have come to this country must engage ourselves in the established parties in this community and be part of those parties, because we need to feel that everyone, all Swedes, every citizens of Sweden wants to work against racism. We cannot create small parties and work alone in these questions. We need to create coalitions. So this is really important from my perspective. Yes, they exist, but to be honest, I don't see them as a challenge, because I know my values, I know what values my party has, and we will keep be stuck with those values and continue working for a more anti-racist party politics in Sweden.
You're also in charge of the social committee.
Yeah.
What does this entail? What do you do with this in this position?
Oh, it's really big. This is the Arbetsmarknaden Socialnämnd that I have responsibility for here in Malmo. Is the biggest one in Sweden, because in Stockholm and Gothenburg you still have small municipalities within the city. We don't have that any longer in Malmo, so I have almost 2,600 employees working under me or for me in the city, and they work with housing, they work with criminality, they work with violence within the home. They work with extremism, both religious and political extremism. We work with people that have a lot of I lost it, skulder. But never mind. It's a very broad responsibility that I have.
Okay.
And
You mean school that has loan?
what you said?
You were talking about school there or something.
Skulder, yeah.
Okay.
Skuldrådgivning, debts.
Okay.
So we are helping people with debts within the municipality. So if you get into a lot of debts, you have the possibility to come to the municipality and get help with those questions also. But my main questions, to be honest, within the social part has been to work with the shootings and the safety of the city. Because in 2017, when I started, we almost have 65 shootings in the municipality of Malmo. I think last year we had 25 shootings. So we're getting better in comparison with other cities where the shootings have gone up. But we're still not at home. I would like it to go further down and not only work with people when they're criminal, but start working on an early stage. So we're trying to, with the organization we have right now, to switch our mindset on how can we work with children in an early stage. From the fact that we know they will get born, to start working with their parents when they start in preschool. How can we give them right support so that they can become good parents? When they start in school, to follow up if there is problems in an early stage, instead of waiting for them to become 15, 16, having a gun and shooting on people on Emporia Shop Center. And the solution is not, as some other parties say, that just lock them up and throw the key away. This is crazy. This is just half of the solution. Yes, you will lock up those that are criminal people, but the solution must be that both lock up criminal people but also work in an early stage, because if you lock up a lot of people, there will come new people. So you have to turn off the crane so you don't get more young people into the criminality. So you have to work with the both things. And this is one of my most important mål, as they say in Sweden.
But are you already working with the parents?
Yeah, we're working. We have a lot of courses right now that are being given to parents for free.
Okay.
And if there are parents that are interested in coming to those courses, they can just find the information on Malmö Stad webpage, and we will actually give more resources to have more courses for these things to the parents, because it's not easy coming from another country and being used to raise a child in a certain way, and come to Sweden and then you have a different way on
That's leading to my next question, because
Yes.
we've had like several cases of people losing their children because of the way they raise them,
Yeah.
which is not in line with the way to raise a kid in Sweden.
Yeah.
But at what point do these parents get to know how to raise their kids in Sweden? There's no connect with, okay, you're coming to Sweden now. This is how you're going to raise your kid.
Yeah.
Is there an introductory?
There isn't, but here in the municipality of Malmö, we have something that is called föräldraskap in Sweden, parenting in Sweden.
Okay.
This is a course. You go to that course for 5 times, and you get all the information on how it is to become a parent. Because it's not, even if you are a Swede and you're raising children today, it's not easy to become a parent.
No.
But when you come from another country, much more harder. So what we do now is we cooperate with organizations. They have a lot of members. So when the organization comes to us, we want to hold a parenting in Sweden course for our members. So the personnel in my organization go out to these organizations and give that course to them. And this is actually open for everyone. So if within your community, if you know people that would like to give these kind of courses in their lokaler, in their föreningslokaler, then they're welcome to contact us within Malmö Stad, and we will do what we can to help them with that.
Are you promising that you will?
I'm promising to do what I can.
Okay, Mr. Arif, thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you very much.
Oh.